Welcome to the Halo Outreach Podcast, where we reach out to you, the Halo community, to keep you up to date on everything that's going on in the Halo universe.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Halo Outreach Podcast, episode number 32.
Woo!
March 14th, Pi Day. For you guys are, we're going to give some awesome Halo newsy greatness here, as we always do on the podcast here. We're joined by the lovely co-host, the Patman Gaming. Pat, why don't you say hello?
That's me. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode.
And today we got some good, juicy little topics, a little light on the news, even though we did get a MCC development update, so we're going to go over that. It gives us a little bit of Halo 2 anniversary flighting options for us guys coming here, or just news in general. I did see a great little thing online of Marty O'Donnell getting copyright claim from YouTube by posting his own music. We're going to go into that. Just as YouTube being YouTube, you know. And then obviously the big news that really happened in gaming was Warzone for Call of Duty dropping. So we're going to give our little thoughts and opinions on that. We've been playing that a bunch, so definitely want to talk about that. And we're going to end off the podcast, as we always do, with some playlist updates and all like going on with Halo community and all that great stuff. So before we go into it, Pat, how has your past week been since the last time we podcasted?
It's been pretty good. Nothing really new besides, Warzone consuming our lives for the last few days, and just making videos as usual, streaming, doing those content creator things, and ready to talk about some new PC news for Halo. So that's exciting stuff.
Yes.
What about you?
Yeah, I've been, again, just working from home all last week. So actually since Thursday of the week before. Coronavirus and all that stuff, and so a lot of people are just kind of staying in around here, up here in the Seattle area. Schools are being closed down. People are very urged to go stay home. Though that does mean, though, since like Amazon and Microsoft are like pretty much all shut down, working from home, that the traffic is really nice here in Seattle.
True.
So like I had to go into Seattle like a week ago. And I need to be in downtown at 6 o'clock, which usually take me like an hour to go 20 minutes. But then since the coronavirus and everyone's shut down, it took me like 20 minutes to go from like Redmond and then go into Seattle, which is like would normally take like an hour, took me like 20 minutes. It's great. We should have more pandemics, really. That'd be just fantastic.
Jesus.
But other than that, just playing a lot of Warzone, playing some Halo, and playing the wedding. It looks like we actually might have to change the date on the wedding as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looks like we're moving it to July 19th now instead of May. Just to let the Corona scare kind of die down a little bit, because a lot of people from my fiance's side would be flying in. They're like, I don't really know about flying into Seattle, because it's like Seattle and New York are like the number 1 and 2 locations of the outbreak right now. So we're kind of looking to postpone that at the moment. But other than that, though, things been going all right.
That's good.
But yeah, so like we mentioned at the top of the podcast here, guys, we're talking about some Halo 2 flight news. Pat, you made a video on this, so you're the local expert right now between the two of us. How about you go into a little detail about what postums went in on this flight here?
So as you guys know, every Friday we get a MCC development update, and just 2 weeks ago we had the launch of CE on PC. And basically the first part of the update was just, hey, this is the known issues, same old stuff. That patch is coming, fixing some of those issues. But then he actually went into details about the next round of flights, which they're aiming for the end of March somehow, for the next set of flights. And he said the content included would be Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo Reach Forge and Theater, and then possibly they said the Halo Reach audio bugs fixes. You don't want the bugs coming back in flight, but the audio bug fixes may be coming in the flight, the next possible flight. Of course, these usually get pushed back, every time. It's like best case scenario, they don't find any kind of blocking bugs in their internal testing. then it would be end of March. We basically had the same thing in December. They told us January should be when CE flights start, and then they didn't come around till February. So I expect a similar outcome. I highly doubt they'll find nothing, but maybe I'll be wrong. Hopefully, I am wrong, because that would be awesome to get a flight by the end of the month for Halo 2. But yeah, I would say probably first couple weeks of April, we could be looking at another flight, which is still insane considering that CE just launched. So like we said before, it's definitely like a snowball effect now as far as MCC. Nothing should take as long as Reach did. Maybe Halo 4, since that's like never
I think
really
Halo 3 would
properly
be
ever.
the next one to take a long time.
Yeah, it could. Which I thought so too. 3 and 4, but there is. I mean, they do. Somebody mentioned it on one of my videos too. Like the El Dorito team is over there. Could be helping them with Halo 3 stuff, because a lot of that code was similar. So maybe not take as long as Reach, but yeah, it could definitely take a lot longer than we're looking at for CE and 2. So that's really good stuff. That's really good news. Of course, keep it locked here to the podcast and our channels, and we will update you guys as soon as we get some solid content news for the flights and dates. So that's exciting stuff.
Definitely. So yeah, keep yourselves up to date. Follow us on all the socials, man. Links in the description down below. That's all you gotta do. Just follow. Just tap follow. That's all you gotta do, man. Come on. No. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I cannot wait to get a chance to play like Halo. I'm really actually looking more forward to Halo 2 Anniversary. Get a chance to play that again, because I always felt like the multiplayer side and that thing's definitely got an unfair shake due to that terrible launch of MCC. And but because I always thought like Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer was really fun. It feels really good. It's really solid, and like it is the best sniper rifle in the series as a whole. Like the best visuals, definitely the best audio. Oh, the audio sounds so good. Yeah, I remember actually at PAX of 2014 when that game was being released. They were showcasing that game at like a local concert hall that was right next to the main PAX location and the convention center. And they had like everyone from 343 there, kind of showcasing all the cool stuff that they're doing. And then inside like this music hall, which is designed like specifically for audio to kind of carry and sound the best in this large space, they showed off all like the gun audio, and hearing like that sniper rifle in like a huge auditorium was just like, oh, that hit me. It felt so good. So member berries right there. Which actually now I'm thinking about it, dude, with all this corona stuff, I don't know if we're gonna bother with PAX this year. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's worrying me. Yeah, since E3's already been kaput. I kind of wondering about PAX.
Of course, that will be at the end of August, early September, so we'll kind of see how the whole thing's playing out by then. But right now I know it's on track, but I haven't heard any news about that. Again, follow the channel to keep yourself up to date.
That's right.
But yeah, what's something that you're looking forward to the most between what's going to be potentially offered in the flighting right there?
H2A, of course. Multiplayer campaign, whatever. We've already played, the campaign several times. It's just those. I could play Halo 2 all day. Like everybody should know by now, Halo 2 is my favorite Halo. So H2A is pretty high up there for me as well as far as multiplayer. Probably side by side with original classic Halo 2. I know a lot of the elitists don't like to hear that, but I don't really give a dang. It's my opinion. It's the Halo 4 engine. Yeah, they added some new stuff that, maybe shouldn't be in Halo 2, like the AR and stuff, but none of that really bothered me. I'm using the BR regardless anyway, so I just walk right by that AR. It doesn't bother me at all. So, I think it's awesome. I wish we could have more maps, and maybe, I doubt it'll ever come, but, that could always be something later down the road sometime that they remaster some more maps, but, I really do like H2A a lot, and I can't wait to just play it buttery smooth frame rate and be absolute trash on keyboard again. And
this might also give if you're kind of curious how well your PC is going to perform, this probably should give you a decent idea of how your PC would perform, because of with Infinite coming around. Obviously, we've had 6 years of technological improvements since the release of H2A. But this definitely will be the most demanding one as well. And I did see in the development update they are looking to kind of fill out specs for what to kind of expect when it comes to PC requirements for this game as well. Definitely, this is definitely. I don't think they even release PC specs for CE. I didn't see them anywhere. Man,
no, I didn't see
they're
it
probably
either.
like, dude, this ran on the original Xbox. Just turn on that potato and you can play this game. You know?
Yeah, it might be somewhere on a Steam page or something, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so definitely looking forward to that. Definitely keep you guys up to date when that stuff comes around too. God, I'm self-promoting like crazy today. Just the conversation just
Dude,
flows.
stop rubbing your eyes, Corona, man.
Ah!
Need a new co-host? New spot open?
Actually,
But yeah.
My throat's been feeling a little sore. No.
Oh God.
No, I've been doing a pretty good job washing hands pretty much every time I go in and out of the place, and you know,
Good job, Kevin.
yeah,
Good
being
job.
very responsible, thoughtful about things. But yeah, I'm definitely looking more forward to the campaign though, or also just like, because there definitely were spots for me, because I play on the original launch Xbox, the slow box, if you want to call it that. And there's definitely some serious frame drop locations within the campaign and even in the multiplayer as well. Like I know, like in the last, especially like I know there's one specific spot on the Last Resort or Zanzibar remake, I should call it, referring to Halo 2, where if you're looking towards like the little like cutout of the wall, so you're coming from,
Yeah.
you know, this beach side. If you're
From
facing
the snipe.
if you're facing towards the beach from the other base, you know what I mean? Where those rocks are, looking towards the wall where that little cutout is, where a lot of people like to sneak kind of right
Where
over
the hole is, yeah.
Camp Roman. Always huge, massive frame drops right there every single time. I had to drop the Xbox to like 720p to make sure that doesn't happen, kind of stuff.
Jeez.
So definitely looking forward to that. And hopefully it gives a little bit of a resurgence for H2A because, like I said, they didn't get its fair shake for sure. And
yeah, that's the biggest thing I'm looking forward to, is hopefully it keeps its legs a lot longer than it did on Xbox, because for whatever reason it nobody's playing it now.
I did see Ubernick recently tweeted out there were like 10,000 plus concurrent players on MCC. So that's also a plus. I'm assuming probably as more of these games come out, more variety for PC players to play, you might start seeing that population boost up a little bit more.
Oh, it's definitely Halo 2 and 3 are gonna be where it really
Halo 3 is gonna be
inflates.
It's just gonna be Halo 3 just be just overwhelming.
And then Halo 4 is gonna
they'll be like, oh, and here's Halo 4. By the way, next week is Infinite.
Just throw that in there.
But yeah. So yeah, I guess that kind of covers everything on the flights. Like I said, there's H2, H2A, Reach Forge in theater, potentially some Halo Reach audio. So we definitely some comparison stuff on there as well. Guaranteed on that. And but yeah, looking forward to it. So I guess we move on to the next topic for Marty O'Donnell's copyright claim on his own music.
Yeah, sure.
So obviously it's just like nothing really news breaking, but I thought this super like really news breaking, but I just thought it was kind of funny as it involves the Halo community. And this is like Marty O'Donnell's, so he's been kind of like occasionally posting videos up on YouTube, just kind of giving like behind the scenes development, mostly Halo related kind of stuff with some other stuff mixed in there. And he posted up a recent video, obviously used his own music in the video, and it got copyright claimed by YouTube, by a different company. So I definitely wanted to show this out because I think it's just hilarious. Right here, so Mario Don just tweets out, "What the fuck, YouTube?" He said, "This is a copyright. Hey, Marty O'Donnell, copyright owner using content ID claimed some material on your video. This is not a copyright strike. It doesn't affect your account." But basically, just say like this part of this video that you uploaded, Reach Music, and that he made, getting copyrighted content by this company, claimed by this person right here, saying that no, he was basically saying that this company is saying that Mario O'Donnell used their music in his video. And this basically kind of just shows how broken YouTube's copyright claim system is. It's been like this for years. This is the reason why I pretty much only use like copyright free music on my YouTube videos, my streams and stuff like that. It's just too much of a hassle. Usually you're fine if you like have like some copyright music, but it's kind of in the lower volume and you're talking over it. Generally, the system doesn't.
If there's any pause, it's just like it'll pick it up right away.
If there's any pause longer than like 10 seconds, it'll get picked up for sure. So all you people making YouTube videos, keep that in mind. Pretty much, I feel bad for montage creators because basically all their videos get copyright claimed if you use any form of copyright music, which is usually much better music than you can find that's for free, which is a shame. But then also Hideo Xperia, retweeted this, and I think kind of just like summarizes everything you need to know in about 100 characters here. Just saying, Mario Tunnel getting a false copyright strike for music he literally wrote is absolutely peak YouTube copyright system. Keep it up at YouTube. And yeah, that is just kind of just, come on, man. Oh, but like I was mentioning this before with you, Pat, like before the podcast going, like I always kind of wondered about that when it comes to musicians online and stuff like that like they'll do playthroughs of their own songs, of like them playing like the instrument from the song that they wrote. And I wonder if like they get copyright and claimed on their own songs that they made and posted.
Probably, yeah.
Like it's
after seeing this, yeah.
Because I remember our stream buddy Ghost 1010101. Did I miss a 010? I think I might have missed one there. But yeah.
10, 10, 10, 1, I think. Or maybe it's 4
I think it's 4 10s and a 1.
10, 10, 10, 10, 1. That's it.
Yeah, he showed me a video. Basically, this guy found a way to circumvent the YouTube copyright claim system. Is that if he makes his own kind of company or whatever that can make copyright claims and then claim his own video, that's pretty much the only way you can get around that system. It's ridiculous. And but it's what YouTube is nowadays. You copyright someone else's music and you can't say coronavirus.
That dude,
I had a video.
gotta watch out.
I had my last video saying like E3 canceled because of the C word. Got demonetized as soon as it went live because I had the C word in the title. Which I'm pretty sure would hurt my chances again in the YouTube algorithm, that they know that video should not be monetized. Probably means like it's a bad video, don't show it to people. So I only got like 400 views on it or something like that. Which I was like kind of expecting to get. I had E3 canceled and then the C word written in the title. I was hoping to hit some views on that one, but feels YouTube, man.
Yep.
Well, have you had any issues with like copyright or anything like that on your channel there at all, Pat?
Not yet. Not yet.
Because I think you use some Halo music in your videos, right? Like as background music.
I used to not. I used to just use copyright-free stuff. But lately, I've had requests from quite a few viewers like, hey, dude, can you put some Halo music back in the background? It's like, I would love to, but if I get copyright stricken, I will not be doing that anymore. So, when that happens, yeah. Usually if it's I'm usually talking throughout the whole video, so it's very hard, and I put it very low in the background, so usually it's very hard for them to pick up on it. But yeah, if there ever was like a video where it's just maybe gameplay or something in the background, then yeah, I just use copyright free stuff, just to be safe.
Yeah, I found like a lo-fi beat for like 4 hours video or whatever, and then I just kind of cut that up to make sure it's not redundant or overly used. And that's pretty much what I use for all my videos now. And plus, it kind of fits my commentary style because I'm much more like chill.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just handpick there is some decent royalty-free music out there. You just have to search for it. So yeah, I just handpick whatever I want, and the stuff that I like, I'll put in the background.
But yeah, like as long as you kind of keep that copyright music kind of low, then you're probably fine. I still get copyright claims to this day when I used to stream on YouTube, like 3 years ago now at this point. 4 years, something like that. I used to stream on YouTube kind of often. And I'm still getting copyright claims from those streams to this day. Like every other week or something like that. Like, hey, your stream got copyright claim. This is no strike, but like basically, the same thing that Marty got. And I'm just like, really? Like, you got to copyright a video that literally nobody's watching. a rebroadcast of a Twitch stream that you can't find in the search engine.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But yeah.
Yeah, for that reason, I started out streaming to YouTube, and yeah, for that reason, after like 2 streams, I was like, yep, nope, not doing it no more. Yeah, no, thank you.
Because like Twitch does it it just kind of cuts out the audio when you want to, which sucks, but it kind of makes sense as it is copyrighted material. But,
and who's watching? Not many people are watching on demand, streams anyways. So it's different. YouTube, you have a much higher chance of people coming across it because of the search engine and stuff, and then you're going to get copyright stricken, and it's only going to hurt your channel. So It's definitely nice to have dedicated platforms for other things.
Plus, I've also heard it kind of messes up your analytics, which can maybe look bad for your channel as a whole, for the YouTube algorithm. It's just, there's so much secret sauce that goes into YouTube to make sure you can like do well on the platform, that it's just like, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm going to Twitch,
Right.
But anyway, so that's kind of like everything about that. Yeah. Marty kind of getting face first contact with YouTube. Yes. That's not just everybody. Everyone's subject to it. But yeah, so as you might probably noticed, the biggest news in game right now is that Call of Duty Warzone Battle Royale dropped. Obviously, we are a Halo podcast, but since it is like the big new hotness that's going on right now with gaming, and Pat and I have played a considerable amount of it. I was actually just playing it before this podcast because I'm having so much fun with it. They kind of want to get some thoughts and opinions on it, and maybe how if Halo would get a BR. I know Pat kind of touched on this in a video they recently did as well. So I'm gonna hand it out to Pat. What is your initial impressions of Call of Duty Warzone?
Like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a lot. I have problems with it, but I'm a big fan of Battle Royale, so I think it's pretty cool. Every new BR that comes out, I usually enjoy them for quite a bit, but it's definitely got its issues, but it brings a lot of cool new things to the genre that I can appreciate it for. That kind of sets it apart from things like Apex or Blackout that came before it for Call of Duty and stuff. So definitely some interesting stuff in there, and just been enjoying playing it lately. And did a video on why I want a Halo BR, and of course, the community flips out about it for whatever reason over a game mode that you don't have to play. Like, I don't like Infection, I don't like freaking Fiesta or Castle Wars, and I don't play them. I just play other game modes. So right. I think Halo would have the absolute best sandbox for a BR. It's so much potential there. Obviously it would have to come post-launch or something like that, or maybe somebody else outsource it to somebody else, because people are worried that 343 takes too much time on it. It could detract from the game. That's why I would personally like to see it maybe like a year after the game comes out as free DLC, a new game mode, cool, or standalone, free to play. So yeah, definitely like it. Warzone so far. I won't go too deep into the deets, but overall pretty cool. What do you think?
So I'm actually really enjoying it as well. I'm still kind of worried about it because there are some parts of the game that I feel like could be tweaked a little bit to be balanced a little bit better. And because pretty much always what happens is every single Call of Duty game, it's fun for the first 2 weeks, then people figure out how to cheese it, and then it completely sucks. And so that's what I'm kind of worried about. I mean, it happens with every single Call of Duty game. But for right now, I'm actually really enjoying it a lot. I do find it much more difficult to win in this game than any other BR game I've played. It's harder than Blackout, harder than Apex. I mean, I haven't really tried PUBG because, well, you move like a potato in that game. I just can't stand it. And I feel like I'm missing Fortnite. Well, Fortnite's Fortnite, and I'm just not into the whole building thing. I kind of like more gun-focused kind of shooters. Call me crazy on that one. But for right now, I'm actually really enjoying. Like I said earlier, I was playing it just before the podcast, and I mean, I think the Gulag system, I think that they have is a really cool thing to kind of have a 1v1 to get back into the game, just so then when you die, death isn't like such a horrible thing. You can be brought back at any time. You can win a Gulag match, so it's much less forgiving and much easier to learn the game and have more fun with it, rather than just kind of sit there and watch your friends just play for 30 minutes and then finish fourth, The games definitely do last a lot longer because there's so many people continually respawning into the game. There's so many times I'm like, oh, dude, we're getting pretty far into this match. I look up, like 50 people left. I'm like, oh, God. So much more to go through. So like I kind of wonder about that, with the whole buyback system being a little too generous, because I like Apex system a lot, where you have to like go grab their banner, and then find a station, and that station disappears, and like it's already used up. So I would kind of like to see that maybe something like that happens, where it's not so forgiving when it comes to buybacks and stuff like that, or maybe just make it more expensive or something like that. There's little tweaks like that, but for the main experience, it's actually really fun.
Yeah.
And like I said, like you were talking about with the Halo VR, like honestly, I think if there was any game mode to create as the most amount of buzz for Halo, it would be a battle royale. Like there really isn't. Like they could make whatever mode they want to make for Halo. It could be like the best new Warzone that you've ever faced, the true first Warzone, But like people could be like, it's Halo though. I don't care. But then like, because BRs are still super popular, still all the rage.
Yep.
And I think like Halo has everything it needs for a sweet BR mode. It just need to make a cool map and maybe make some different objectives like they did with Warzone. I thought was really good with like the different objectives, like the bounties, the scavengers, and the recon missions to help kind of keep you doing something rather than just kind of sitting. Because there's so many times where I'm sitting around going like, well, I'm in a great, I have the high ground. The circle's gonna be around this edge. I really should just stay here. And I'm looted up.
Yeah.
So basically, Warzone tries to resolve that issue, but keep you always doing something. So that would be sweet to have if the Halo's gonna do a BR. Maybe like some AI battles as well mixed in. I think would be pretty sweet.
You could literally take a lot of the stuff you learned from Warzone and make it Warzone 2.0, but make it a BR.
Exactly. Now, sorry, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No.
You're on train.
No, you go ahead. I'm good. I don't really have that much add.
I've been seeing a lot of conversation for like a Halo BR, and they're saying either Spartans or ODSTs. Obviously, ODSTs would be a little more thematic to the whole thing. But
yeah, I would want that.
But I wonder if it wouldn't really continuity-wise work out so well for gameplay. Just because you're playing as a Spartan in multiplayer, you'll be playing as a Spartan in campaign. You'd think you want to carry that over to BR and be a Spartan as well. I
don't like it. I don't know. BR's just got its own realist. To be a super soldier is a little bit. I mean, Apex kind of pulled that off, but at the same time, it's not like just, how would you deal with recharging shields and stuff like that if you're wearing Mjolnir armor? Like, I would think you would have to be, to have a BR has to be a semi-realistic experience, I would think. I haven't really, obviously Fortnite doesn't really play into that, but still, they have a shield system, they have a health system. I just think, honestly, ODSTs, like you said, thematically and just gameplay wise, I think that would work. Just make everything projectile. They would have to change around all Halo's gameplay, obviously, as far as guns go. The vehicles could basically be left untouched. Like vehicles would be perfectly like copy paste right into the BR. Obviously, they'd have to make some changes for squads, how squads would, squads of 4 would fit in or whatever. But yeah, thematically, I would think ODSTs.
Oh my god, I just thought like, what if you had like in a Halo BR and your whole squad's flying like in a Pelican? No, I mean, not Pelican, but
Falcon.
like a Falcon. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that'd be, you're in like basically an airborne tank. Like, how sick is that?
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
And but yeah, I think a BR would be pretty sweet for Halo. Obviously, you need to nail down the 4v4, Slayer experience, and if you can get that down, you can kind of build off of that. I feel, but you kind of need, that's the core aspect of I feel what Halo is. But yeah, there's a lot of ways that 343 could go about doing something like this. Make it a game. I don't envy, like we've always said, I don't envy them. They got a lot of things they got to worry about. But we'll see what they do, man. We'll see what happens with E3 as well being canceled. You know, because this year was supposed to be like the big year for Halo. Like I had a feeling probably it's going to be like Halo and Xbox Series X were like the two probably biggest reveals, at least in my opinion, for Microsoft's platform as a whole.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're synonymous with each other. Series X and Infinite are just one and the same. There's been rumors of a April conference for the Series X, so maybe we'll get Infinite news then. But Xbox has already come out and said that they're doing their own E3 presentation digitally, kind of like Nintendo does with their directs. So that could very well come before E3, honestly, because those don't take as long to put together as, rehearsing and doing all this stuff, and then obviously waiting for the date of E3 to come to show everybody what you've been working on. They could do these they do these inside Xbox things every month. So, we could definitely get some news before June, I would say. So that would be pretty exciting stuff to keep a looking.
Pretty. And also with it being like a specific Xbox themed event, that they probably could go into more details with each one of their titles that they're going to, or announcements, as well as saying like probably could even go into like Forge and Theater and split screen and stuff like that when it comes to Halo Infinite, where like if you're showing on the main stage, you'd be like multiplayer campaign,
Right.
big new game mode.
Yeah.
Watch Xbox at this other stream to find out more.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, I'll just talk about it there, and then Bonnie Ross comes out on stage and goes like, epic worlds, epic stories, epic adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's kind of our thoughts with the Warzone thoughts. It's awesome, it's fun. Probably will be playing it after this podcast. At least I will. And yeah, man, definitely looking forward to it. And Halo BR, I think would be sick. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yep.
And I think it'd be
same.
create the most buzz for the game as a whole as well.
Bring in a lot of
Call
new
me
players,
crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, so I think we'll move on from the BR talk to Halo playlist updates, as we always do, to round out the podcast here, guys. As let's see, where we got. We're at March 14th today, so looking at the list right here for Halo 5, you see March 19th, Triple Team rotates in for Castle War. So Pat, your Castle War woes
So sad.
will be alleviated come the 19th.
Good.
I'm bummed that Warzone Assault's gone. I've always loved Warzone Assault, but yeah, me. So that's the only really playlist changer. I'm kind of surprised not a whole lot else is changing. But I think they only have like the single rotational mode now, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, for social and for ranked, it's still Mythic Arena, still the double XP playlist for that. And you guys can get in on that. It's been pretty sweaty. We were sweating hard.
Sweaty.
Yeah, it's been crazy. So if you want to play ranked and you want to get double XP in that, you can play Mythic Arena for, I mean, it's for the foreseeable future. I don't see anything rotating in for it anytime soon. So
yeah.
Yep.
Playing with, I played that recently, and just like, only like the highest skilled players are left in, I think, in Halo 5 pretty much in general right now. Unless it's somebody who's just like, wait, there's a new Halo games out?
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and I think MCC, there really isn't any updates with that. Still have CEA for Reach playlists in there. And that's about it, really. Still, everyone's playing CE right now at the moment. And hopefully we get some flighting greatness coming in with us soon. But that's pretty much all with the playlist update, really. That was pretty quick.
Yep.
I mean, we got only one thing changing. For a whole lot to talk about. I won't be playing because I don't like Triple Team. I find Triple Team just too chaotic and just weird.
Yeah, it's a little chaotic.
I actually would rather play Castle Wars than Triple Team.
Jesus. I would not.
But yeah. So yeah, I think I guess gonna wrap up everything for the podcast, guys. So, as you do know, Pat has a YouTube channel, a Twitch channel, a Twitter.
What?
Other things, a website even.
Yep.
Where do people find those?
They could find me, like you guys see underneath my lovely body here, at the Patman Gaming on Twitter. Same thing on Twitch, the Patman Gaming. You go to thepatmangaming.com and it'll have all my social media links, including Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and of course my YouTube, my pride and joy. So yeah, just type in Patman Gaming on YouTube. You'll find my channel. And where can people find you, Mr. Cool?
Well, main source, you can find me on YouTube, youtube.com/user/KevinKoolx, or just type in KevinKoolx space Halo. You'll find my channel that way. So it's that damn Minecraft Kevin Cool from like 10 years ago. But anyways, you can see on the video at KevinKoolx Halo on Twitter, Instagram KevinKoolx. I got Discord. We got Facebook, KevinKoolx as well. All links to all of our socials will be linked in the video and Podbean description down below. You guys want to check it out there. Talking about Podbean and Spotify. I was going to say Podify, but that's much more than just podcasts. Podbean and Spotify, if you want to listen in to the podcast without wasting your phone battery, because I know a lot of people watch YouTube videos on their phones, as this kind of on the go kind of thing. I think it's about 75% of viewers watch from mobile, actually. But if you want to listen in on the podcast, keep up to date with everything going on in Halo, make sure you follow us on Spotify and Podbean. That way you can have your phone screen turned off and get as much information. Or if you really miss the beards, you know, we got Pat's beard, you got my beard. Oftentimes we're wearing hats as well. Today I decided to free ball it.
Jeez.
But yeah, so check out the links in the description down below, guys, for all the stuff you can look for. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you all next week on Twitch for the Halo Outreach Podcast Live Edition. If you want to catch it there, we do a little Q&A after each podcast as well. So everyone in the chat, I see you there. Got any questions or want to talk about anything after the podcast, feel free to leave it in the chat. And otherwise, guys, I think we'll have to catch you all next week. Appreciate you listening, watching, and checking it out. So peace out.